Hello, back again with another one, and I'm back again with two beers this time. Now, let's start at the beginning. I've been living up north for about 10 years now, and I used to follow me football. I used to go watch football and that, and living down south, you don't realise what a big fixture Newcastle against Sunderland is. Until you actually move up here and realise, it's a hell of a big game. You don't realise that because when you're down south, you look, it's Spurs and Arsenal, it's, Chelsea, West Ham, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Portsmouth, they're the derbies which you more or less kind of like look for, as a southerner. But now I'm up north, you realise that there is another, equally as big derby. In some cases, people say it's bigger. It all depends on, what part of the country you come from. If you live down south, I don't think you really care about who wins the Tyne-Wear derby unless you live up here. And it's a fixture which is pretty vicious in a way. It reminds me actually of the Southampton Portsmouth derby because it's two closely tied ports together. Sunderland's a port, Newcastle's a port, Portsmouth's a port, Southampton's a port, and there's a big rivalry between the two ports. I suppose it does go back over the years. I excuse myself for being ignorant in history of the Tyne-Wear derby, but it's pretty big. Anyway, I've got two beers. One beer which is, well, not now, but one beer which is recognised the world over for Newcastle, and I've got a beer from Sunderland, same style, same ABV, and I think it's going to be interesting. So, boys and girls, the first beer I'm going to introduce to you is from the black and white corner of Geordieland, and it is Newcastle Brown Ale. Lovely jubbly, boys and girls. 4.7% ABV. There is the back side. And there you go. First off, I've got loads of stats on this. You'd be absolutely amazed with the amount of info I found about this beer. First of all, this one was first brewed in 1927. It was originally 6.25%. It's now 4.7%. In the late 1990s, it was the most widely distributed alcoholic beverage, believe it or not, and it sells most in the US, and it's 100 million bottles. 100 million bottles of this are shifted annually. That is a heck of a lot of beer. Now, the Blue Star logo, that there, used to be on the old Newcastle shirts, that was introduced in 1928, and the 5 points of that star, I'm just reading it off because there's loads of info, represent 5 founding breweries of Newcastle. Now, this has been a bit mucked about, this beer. In 2007, the unthinkable happened, and they started brewing it in Tadcaster, John Smith's brewery in Tadcaster. And there's something else what they mucked about it with. They actually did put a caramel colouring agent in this beer, but it was being removed apparently. So there you go, boys and girls. That's the black and white corner. Time to go to the red and white corner. This is from Sunderland, and this is from the Maxim Brewery in Houghton Spring, and it's their double Maxim at 4.7% ABV. Lovely jubbly. There's the front. There is the back side. I'm having both these at room temperature because I think they'll give, bring out better flavours. Now, this one was first brewed in 1901 and it was called Maxim Ale. In 1938, so we're talking about 9 years after the Newcastle Brown Ale came out, it was increased in strength and it was called Double Maxim. Now that was brewed by, excuse my pronunciation of the brewery, Vox Brewery. Any Mackhams out there, if I've got that pronunciation wrong, murder me in the comments, I do apologise. And it was closed in 1999 and it was acquired by the Maxim Brewery. And this has got Marisota and crystal malts in. So it's traditionally English malt, I would say. English golden hops. I couldn't get any info on the hops on that, so please let us know what that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack them both open. Got two glasses. We're going to just compare the two and see what I think is the better beer. Of course, the black and whites ain't going to say Double Maxim, are they? And the red and whites aren't going to say Newcastle Brown Ale. So let's crack them open. So, just cracked open the Newcastle Brown Ale. There is that crown. See what we get from the... There is a caramel malt coming through. Quite subtle in its aroma. And maybe a hint of toffee there as well. So let's crack open the Double Maxim. As you can see, the crown is red. And it is Sunderland red. So let's see what we get. A little slight hint of a hop, but still that caramel aroma. So got on both now. Let's see what we get from both of them. That's getting a little bit more metallic from the... I tell you what, there's not a lot in it at all. It really isn't. That is more a slight hoppy malt there. That is a little bit of metallic caramel there, but I tell you what, there's not a lot in this at all. So let's pour out the brown ale. There she is, brown. Of course it's brown, it wouldn't be any other colour, would it? It wouldn't be golden. Newcastle Golden Ale. Not a pleasant aroma, to be honest. It's copper, like copper, not in like copper money. The money, kind of like real, like a bag. If you had a bag of 1p's and 2p's and you had it all in and you sniffed it, it does smell like that. So let's go for the Maxim. Like we do. And she's come out brown as well. Slightly off-white head. That's more of a caramel aroma to that. That's very metallic. That is very metallic. That's got more of a caramel aroma to it. So let's look at the colour. So here we have the Newcastle Brown Ale and the Maxim. And I'll tell you what, the Maxim's got a lot more carbonation going on, but they're pretty much identical as far as colorization. It's very, 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 very close. So let's pour out. So this is the Newcastle Brown, which I used to drink in the old days when I used to go to the Golden Martlet in Hellingly. If it's still open, let me know. Watch a few bands like you do. Get drunk on the old Newcastle Brown. And here is the Double Maxim. So, I must admit, out of appearance, I'm preferring the Double Maxim already. Yeah, there's a lot more going on carbonation wise. You can see there that both pints in colour look exactly the same to me. So now it's a big test, the taste test. So here comes the Newcastle Brown. A little hint of caramel. There is a coppery element to it, which you can't escape. It's not that pleasant, to be honest. I think if you had it cold, it would just taste something cold and wet. It's alright. So it's for the double Maxim. It's better, definitely. You get a little bit more character to it. There's a little bit of peppercorn thrown in. Nice little balances with a nice little caramel note there. A little bit of toffee. It does taste more like a proper beer to me than the Newcastle Brown Ale. I'll just go in for one more time each. Yeah, very metallic. Not very pleasant, to be honest. It's okay. It has to be drank cold to have any enjoyment out of it. It's okay. It's drinkable, sessionable. Double Maxim. Yeah, definitely better mouthfeel. A lot more body. Feels smoother than the Newcastle Brown as well. And I have to say that I do prefer the double Maxim to the Newcastle Brown Ale. So, boys and girls, football aside, I don't know what's going to happen on the pitch, but where the beer's concerned, for me, the best out of these two beers, it's the double Maxim's the winner for me. It's a better beer. It definitely tastes better, smoother, and it's a good all-round beer. As for the football, couldn't tell you. So, thanks for watching this review. Please subscribe. Murder me in the comments. Any Geordies out there who completely disagree with me, I'm sorry, but I can't, lie about my palate. And I'll see you on my next one. So, cheers.